I am beginning to notice that maybe governors in Nigeria are afraid of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 36 governors in Nigeria are afraid of the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, it is a system of corruption, system that has no integrity. So if this system produces you as a governor, as a leader, as a chairman of a local government, or as a councillor, most that is expected of you is sycophancy. So it seems 36 governors of the Federal Republic of Nigeria are afraid of the president. Nobody is coming out to speak up against the ills that is happening, against the manipulation, against the propaganda that is going on in the country today. You see, no governor has come out to kick against the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Although you may say the policies are in the right direction, implementing these policies, this is where the problem is. Transparency, this is where the problem is. Accountability, this is where the problem is. Federalism and democracy, that is where the problem is. We have light, electricity have been invented. Already there's a solution. Electricity have been invented. But does Nigeria have electricity? It's not about coming out with policies. If you go to universities, look at projects that many people have done over 20, 40, 50 years ago, proffering solutions to the problem going on in Nigeria. These are things that people, becoming a governor, becoming a president, becoming a chairman, a councillor, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. So nobody should come and say we are not the policies of Tinubu is the implementation. Just recently we saw that the refineries aren't working. I told somebody before the elections, I told that person, I thought this one are propaganda and deceit. The price of fuel is not going to come down. Instead, at that point, we are at 600 and something naira. Now it's 900 and something. They are moving from 9 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 8. You know, they will play on your mindset. Now, most of our refineries are moribund, and they are looking at how they are going to sell it. There was a time Atiku said that he will sell the refineries, but some particular persons, some of them are pastors, some of them are deacons, some of them are imams, some of them are devoted Muslims, came out and said that what is Atiku saying? He's a criminal, he's this. Obasanjo said that they should sell off the refineries. But now, under the APC regime, they are contemplating on selling off the refineries. If pastors in Nigeria will not come out and speak up against the policies of government that is impoverishing Nigerians, that means you are part of the problem. You are part and parcel of the problem. No sugarcoating. No wonder young people are unwilling to go to church because of the sycophancy of the church. The church not taking responsibility. The Bible says, faith without work is dead. Faith without work is dead. See, I'm particular about pastors and Christians and also religious leaders coming out to it is in the church you are supposed to find morality, integrity, accountability, but you hardly find these things in the church. Instead, you find people that are trying to play politics. They don't want to dabble into politics. No, you must dabble into politics as a pastor. Because whatever happens in Nigeria will affect the church. Whatever happens in Nigeria will affect the church. Shebi, during COVID-19, did you people come out and do your physical? Some people in Europe, they made sure they shut down the world. It was not the decision of the church. It was the decision of government. The activities of government, the policies of government affect the church and the church members. That is why if you go and you serve them spiritual food, there's also a body and soul that you need to serve them. And again, there's another thing about this Fulani of a thing, Fulani issue. You see, some people, religion has made us look like foolish and weak people. Religion make us look foolish, stupid, and weak, and like morons. My brother, thou shalt not kill in the aspect of you shall not have evil against your neighbor and want to kill that neighbor. There's no premeditated hatred or killing against a person. But if you see suffer not the witch to live, God gave you see, interpretation of the Bible is of different kinds. God gave you the power to preserve your life. The power of God is in you for you to preserve. Because I don't know how some pastors used to teach or preach to people. God has given you the power. God created Adam, told Adam, go into the world. He named the animals, he replenished, he took charge, he dominated. This is the responsibility that God has given to us. God cannot come down, he uses us to perfect his will on earth. So if a Fulani wants to come and kill me, my brother, I will carry my own defense mechanism, and we will see who will go first. Even with my Bible, with my suit and tie, if I know that the community I stay and it is ravaged and besieged by the Fulani, man, I must put on my survival tactics. I will switch on my survival tactics. If it's to eliminate the target, if it's to stop them from being able to come and lay siege on that community, we will do so as Christians. I've repeatedly said this. Now, all these pastors, they are saying, if they slap you, turn the other cheek. So many interpretations. May God give us understanding. All these pastors that are saying all these things. If all the pastors are lumped into a country, would they be using midnight prayers to fight physical wars against an aggressor? Would they be using midnight prayers? Okay, the root cause is the devil. My brother, you must have your police, you must have your army, you must have your navy, you must have your air force, you must have your immigration. These are the things that you must have physically, not spiritually. It's not a spiritual factor. It's a physical factor. So as pastors, the other time, Letarin spoke on the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I have said this before, that I don't see Tinubu as somebody who can govern. He's a person that can play politics. He's a politician. He's not somebody that can govern. Okay, somebody was saying the other time, first, the person, you need to play the politics so that you can govern. Yes, I believe you need to play the politics so that you can govern. But after playing the politics, I don't think Tinubu, Jibi is playing politics. I don't think he can govern. Because in a multi-ethnic society, multicultural society, there are some systems of governance you introduce that will backfire at the end of the day. That's why they introduced federalism in the first place. Now you bring the urbanization, using urbanization to hold everything down, trying to force people into submission through the FCC, through blackmail, through whatever means. You are trying to use that to bring people to your submission, especially in southern Nigeria. And you think that that kind of politicking will help you govern. No, it can never help you govern. It can never help you govern. So, Pastor Tunde Bakare spoke about Tinubu's government. And he said a lot of things. But I'm here to hear from other pastors that some of them, during a time in this government, in the government, different governments in Nigeria, some pastors did a prayer walk, which is a form of protest, have been commenting on national issues, but all of a sudden, people just kept quiet. Nobody's talking about national issues. You think that God is a lazy God? Religion has made us look like lazy people. It seems like it is lazy people that go to church again. It is people that cannot think for themselves. God gave you brain to think. You cannot think. So you want God to leave his heavenly abode, come and do everything for you. God, buy me a car. God, buy me a house. He has given you the abilities, the mind, the thought process to do so many things with your mind. Wherever you need him, after doing all you need to do, after doing all you have done, it is when God can come in. But I see when Fulanis are attacking communities, Christian communities, they just be running. Oh God, this is God gave me this life, and I will fail my Creator if I do not preserve this life and use it for his glory. Stay alive and use it for his glory. So I don't need to be afraid. According to Apostle Paul, if I live, it's Christ. If I'm defending myself from these evil people. If I'm defending myself, I die is gain. I live is Christ, as I die is gain. That is should be the psychology of every believer. Today is Sunday. We're going to church. That's what I'm talking about. All these things. All these pastors that are not talking, that are not speaking up. They have platform. They are not speaking up. They are part of the problem. You cannot see evil going on, and as an elder, you keep quiet. You are part of the problem. There's nothing. What's God? God does not respect man. God does not respect title. God does not respect position. The truth. It is the truth. The truth is what sets us free as human beings. And I'm coming to tell you the truth this morning. I'm not a pastor. Okay, maybe I'm a pastor. But I'm coming to tell you the truth this morning. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is a saint. But we are helped by God every day to live this life we are living. So if the pastors refuse to speak up in this time of need, that we need to speak up, we'll remember where we are now. I've said it. The only thing that I expect from President Bola Tinubu is restructuring. The only thing, nothing. You cannot convince me otherwise. Just look at the refinery. Punch report, 80 billion found in one of the MDs, 80 billion naira found in an MD account. 80 billion. That is an account. Who knows what they have been sharing, have been sending, what they have taken to buy yacht or buy estate, buy investment here and there. The billions that have been expended. You are giving money to resuscitate the refineries. You people refused resuscitating refineries. The refineries are not working. And the APC were gaslighting everybody up and down that you want to steal that one. Why would you say we should sell refineries? Now, the refineries are not working. Those that were abusing Obasanjo and Atiku those times, they have kept quiet. Today, will be Sunday, you could see them carry their two left leg, they go church. You can only deceive man. You cannot deceive God. David, after the Amalekites, the intruders, they left. He and his army went for a sojourn. Before he came back, some people, intruders, have come to destroy whatsoever. Took his family, burnt the city, took them slaves and captives. Men with David, men of valor. If you have read the Bible, and Bible narrates the men that move with David, the mighty men, the 3, the 50, the mighty men with David, you know that for men to cry, David's men, they were all crying until they had no power to cry again. Remember, the cry did not solve the issue. They had no power to cry again. What was the next thing? They asked God, what should I do? Should I go? Are you okay? Should I go? The F word not told him, go, overtake, and recover. That is what God is telling you this morning as a Christian, as a religious person, as a Muslim, as a Christian. Go into your world, correct the ills of this world, overtake and recover. The reason is why God put you on earth. There's a reason. It's not that you come and die and go back to him without achieving anything. You must be useful in this earth. It is only most Christians and most religious people, they are not useful to their society. These people that call themselves atheists, that don't even go to church, they are even more useful to their society than those that call themselves the children of God. The other time, a particular denomination said, TV is the devil box. TV is devil box. Television brainwashed a lot of people. At the end of the day, after so many years, they now realized that they were using the Bible, using scriptures, using so many doctrines to brainwash people about television. The same way we are being brainwashed that we should not get into politics, involved in politics. A pastor should not get involved. Until reality sets in, you understand yourself. Now, this denomination, they are using television, they are using computer, they are using they even appear in television. They are using everything. But some years ago, they were feeding people with all sorts of doctrines that I don't know where they got it from. But they were feeding people with doctrines. They now came back to realize that they were feeding people with things that are not consistent with the plan of God. So as a Christian, I talk about many things on this my broadcast. I talk about North and South. I talk about Fulani invasion. I talk about restructuring. And I talk about the differences between us as tribes. Now, as a Christian, you need to get involved in what is happening in your country. You cannot be a Christian and you stand in middle. Like the happenings going on in the country. You cannot be a Christian and you stand in the middle. I say, we are not interested. We don't do politics. You don't do politics. Every day, your life is controlled by politics. Most of your members cannot come to church. They are going through a lot because of the policies of the government. So why did God create you and put you on earth? It's for you to come and sit down one place and be shouting day and night, and you don't even add value to the society or where you come from. That is the average mentality of a Christian. So let's move on. APC is trying to capture everybody, everything and everything. And we are here looking at how the things are going on. Over the years, the Christians have failed. They have failed everybody. Religious people have failed. The presence of churches, the presence of mosques, the presence of worship centers have not been able to imbibe morality in our society. Churches everywhere. What is essence? When we didn't have church everywhere, people were moral. There are things that are forbidden. You can go on the streets and people are wearing boxers. Ladies are wearing boxers, intentionally revealing their shape. Intentionally. A lady going that has bum. It is not even men that are admiring ladies with bum. It is women. They wish that their bum is as big as that lady that has big bum. So what they do is they try to do so many things to make them have bum and come out and showcase it. In the street you are staying, we have so many church. There's no morals. Religious leaders are quiet, not say anything. They just keep quiet and they think they are not part of the problem. They are the part of the problem. You cannot have an elder in a community and people start calling eagle chicken. The elder has to step in to correct, to make sure that this is what it is. But nobody is speaking. The government is going rogue. Nobody is speaking. Especially killings from Fulani. Nobody is speaking. You think you are in Lagos and the insecurity will not get to you. My brother, if you don't keep speaking up and taking actions against this thing, if they conquer Middle Belt, they will enter through South and they will enter everybody. I'm telling you. They will enter everybody. But some people have been speaking up. We have religious leaders that have powerful platforms to do what they need to do. They won't do it. Instead, they are pandering to things that really do not bring change to the society. Change to the society. Now, the issue of tribalism, people are not. It's becoming if you go on social media, it's becoming an issue. It is a seed that is being planted. You are planting a seed of hatred for a certain human being. Tribalism, Igbo, Yoruba, mostly on social media. You know why I have been talking about that? Said, see, maybe that will lead us to restructuring Nigeria. If you go to a hospital and the person that's going to save your life is Igbo, would you say, don't treat me? That's a question. Or as an Igbo person, you go to a hospital, the person that's supposed to treat you is a Yoruba person. Would you say he should not treat you? The essence is that what God has designed for us as Christians is that we come and showcase His nature. Let them see, people see God in us. God is not a tribalist person. He's not an ethnocentric person. He's not a person of nepotism. That's why you see when they say Islam, brotherhood cuts across. Although the Fulani have the way they run their own Islam brotherhood. Islam, irrespective of tribe, according to the teachings, not the people implementing it. You know, some Arabs don't see you as the same. Forget. Everybody has this bias in them. Christianity, brothers across. So God is a God that does not It's not an ethnic God, ethnocentric. It's not nepotistic. Our God is not tribalistic. But you see Christians, deacons, imams, they are so religious, but they are tribalistic. They see evil and they support it. I've said this. If evil is going on around you and you don't speak up against it, you are part of that evil. You are part of that evil. So I don't know what we're going to do to change this country, but the system has to change. The system run by the APC will destroy this country. And I love it, so that it will usher in restructuring. It seems everybody is afraid of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But in the real sense, it is just psychophancy, the normal psychophancy. If another person rises up, they will jettison Tinubu. It's just psychophancy. So we cannot be sustained with this kind of system. The system that will sustain us is a system on truth, on legacies, enduring legacies, justice, fairness, and equity. These are systems that will help us move to a level, help us develop, help us give us good governance, and bring succor to the people. But what have you? The only thing I like is that whatever Tinubu is doing, he may be Nigeria's last president. I tell you, whatever he's doing, religious leaders have refused to speak up. Don't worry. When it's time for those people that want to scatter Nigeria, for them to scatter Nigeria, when it's time, they will now know why we say Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president. Because we neglect the things that really would bring peace to the governance in Nigeria. We neglect it. So don't worry. Let them continue what they are doing. On the other side, tribalism. On the other side, north and south. On the other side, you are planting hatred amongst people. Continue going on. May God help Nigerians.